In this video, my prediction about Brawl Stars and the future of Brawl Stars. I'm making my prediction on videos so that in the future I can always refer back to the video and say, I told you so. Let's see if I'll be right. As you may know, I just came back from 𝗦𝗪𝗁𝗍𝒑 from the big launch of Brawl Stars, the new Supercell mobile game. It was an amazing party, and I'd say it was the greatest experience in my YouTuber life so far. It was really great to meet all those amazing people at the Supercell headquarters. The game is so much fun to play. My daughters love it. They're currently 9 and 6 years old and I love it. And that's why I predict a really bright future for Brawl Stars. It's easy to learn. It's easy to play. Your progression is really fast in the game. And it's always a good sign. If you look at the little ones and they enjoy a game, you can actually predict that it's gonna be big. So that was my first indication where I thought the game's gonna be big because they love it. And I do too. It's so addictive. Let's be honest, Fortnite Mobile never really worked. But Brawl Stars with the 3v3, that's really another story. It's a lot of fun to play. It's very competitive. It's very fast. It's very smooth now. Very cool game. And what I really learned in the last 18 months, there is a very motivated team behind the game. They really do a lot to make the whole community happy. It's been 18 months in beta because they wanted to make the game perfect. They wanted to make the best gaming experience that is possible. And after 18 months in beta, you can also tell there is a player base that is really dedicated to the game, which is really a good base for the game to become big. So how this is gonna go, in my opinion, it's gonna start very strong. Actually, I said this before, but now since the game has been global for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 days. The game has been global for 4 days now, and it's already going strong. You can see numbers on Twitch, viewer numbers going really up at the moment, and also number of streams going up. The game is in everybody's mind right now. What will happen is it will grow very fast, be very popular, and then I think it will be stale for a moment where people will think, yeah, that's it. That's it. And as soon as people start saying the game is dead, I tell you this will happen. Esports will kick in because this game is going to be really great for esports. And I'll tell you why in a few seconds. So esports will kick in and that will really trigger the game because there is so many new people in the scene that will try to make their names with Brawl Stars esports. And Supercell, of course, I believe they will also start pushing the game competitively in the esports scene, and that will be amazing. So that will be when Brawl Stars will really have that amazing, tremendous growth, in my opinion. That's going to be the third phase. So growth, stale, tremendous growth. That's what I predict. So why esports? The thing is, in Brawl Stars, you can max out really fast. You know, people used to say like, Clash Royale, if to max out your cards, that takes really a lot of time or a lot of money. But with Brawl Stars, it's a whole different story. You can progress with trophies really fast, and you can progress with your levels really fast, and you can max out quite fast in Brawl Stars, at least as it's at the moment. And that will motivate people to try their luck in the competitive scene. That will make esports really great. And already now, if you play those friendly matches, which are used for esports as well, everybody's maxed. That's the best thing they did. So you will have all the max abilities in friendly matches, which is really cool because it will be fair. There is no card advantage or anything in Brawl Stars. Then there is no random in the game. You know how they complained in Clash Royale? I was one of them complaining in Clash Royale about random start decks. Random start decks. They end that randomness, and if you have the wrong starting deck, you may just lose because of that or have a very hard time to come back from that. And yeah, that requires skill too. But in Brawl Stars, there is no random. You basically select your own decks and you know the map that you're playing on. What you don't know is what brawlers your opponents choose. That's basically it, but that's not really random, is it? So the skill comes in how you compose your teams and how well your team fits the map you're playing on. And that's a big thing here. Like in Clash Royale, the meta is always, it takes a little bit of time and then everybody knows kind of the meta and then it's the same decks that you see over and over again. In my opinion, that's mainly because meta is defined by the cards alone. The environment you play in is always the same, but not so in Brawl Stars. The environment changes, different maps, different wall arrangements, sometimes many walls, sometimes little walls, and that basically defines what cards work better in different environments. So there is a whole more strategic depth possible in Brawl Stars and also strategies in playing. So the skill to play Brawl Stars successfully is very high. To juke attacks, to play with your other brawlers together, to avoid mistakes. A lot of skill required to play Brawl Stars successfully at a competitive esports level. And people that play it good will just play it good, you know. There's no random, as I said before. If you're good at juking and you can't get hit, but you hit the others really well, you're gonna win. You don't even need max level, you're gonna play so good. And that's really a different story here. So many game modes that are suited for competitive play. It's a great chance for new talents to be discovered in Brawl Stars esports. So that's why I say Brawl Stars is gonna be really big in esports. Now, what will happen to Clash Royale, you may ask? I did a lot of Clash Royale content before on my gaming channel. Now, I say this, Clash Royale has peaked. It's gone down a little bit in popularity. It's still very vivid in the competitive scene and it will remain very vivid in the competitive scene. It's still a great game and it's, I think still at least one of the best mobile games out there. That hasn't changed at all. It's still very popular and it will remain very popular. It may not reach that peak again, but it will remain very popular. What I think will happen is that more and more of those esports teams that we see in Clash Royale, they will pick up on Brawl Stars. They will start playing competitive Brawl Stars. So, bright future for Brawl Stars for the next few years, I predict. It will be at least 3 years that it will be very popular. Now, this is just me guessing. I don't really know. It's just what I predict. So, in 3 years, you can come back and check what happened to Brawl Stars, what new names, what new popular players, what new popular YouTubers, casters have evolved from this. I'm very curious and we're also gonna see what really happened in terms of esports. For now, what remains to say for me is please like this video and subscribe to StorySpotlight for more amazing stories and see you in the next video. Bye. Brawl on guys, brawl on! If you're into mobile games.